Hi friends, how are you? I'm here to do a reading with a deck that I've never pulled out. It's called the Tarot of Transition, and it's all about the Egyptian deities. And yes, it's a very deep tarot deck, and it has to do all about you know, from darkness into the light. So I haven't brought it out because I feel that, you know, some of us, we're trying to get to that fourth and fifth dimension, but we have to start like realizing, like the Egyptians, we come from the light, and, you know, that's why they were big into, you know, what happens when they die, because they want to go towards that heaven above. So anyway, I've pulled out the deck of tarot, but I only pulled out the major arcana, okay? That's all I'm working with, the major arcana. But in this deck, they have brought out the page, the knaves of the court suit are known as the Ushabtis or Sheptis, okay? So there's one for the coins, there's one for the staves or the wands, and then the one of cups and the one of swords, okay? And the reason why I brought them out, now remember, this is the energy of a court card, the knave or this page, okay? Because back in the day, I received this back in 2000. Well, I shouldn't say I received it, I purchased this. But hold on, let me put my little glasses on here to see what I'm doing. But if you notice, if I bring it up to the camera, this is called, this is an Egyptian shabti from the 600 BC 26th dynasty. Faience mummification burial statue, servant of the dead. And, I'm sorry, I should be in the camera film, with certificate. And I do have the certificate right here. But what's curious about this, as the certificate reads here, let's see. Date of purchase 3 March 1st, 2000. And we were on a trip to Savannah, I remember. And I still have the receipt here. It's kind of faint, but this purchase price is $60 or $3.90 tax. But these are were very important to the, and I will read this once I'll open up with that prayer that I wrote back in the day. And I also want to bring this up that I wrote back in the day. Now that's why I date things, people, because I can't recall, but gently I will open this up here, this little box. And, oh, wait a second, I have another little screw here. But what I do want to show, not only my little statue now, I'll show you something else too. Okay, now, this is my little statue in here. Oh my goodness here. But this is my little guy, okay? And I'll just read you something. I put a little shell in here for, you know, a blessing. But one day on my balcony, and I can't pull him out, but this beetle landed there on my balcony. So, you know, reminds me of the scarab. So I put him there. But I do want to just set him out for a little bit, get some fresh air. So I'm going to set them both there on this little pillow, okay? And then I want to give some thanks to my doll baby. I received these beautiful incense. Oh my gosh, I have them on my table in the corner there. But I just want to thank you so much, and how apropos when I'm going to do a reading for Isis and the Egyptian Pantheon, and I have these scents that come from those areas. How fabulous. Vaya. Thank you, my darling. You know I love thee. I love thee. Okay, so, and just to read one moment about the shabti The Ushabti, or worker spirit, is a little figure invoked by the Egyptians to carry out the work they were required to do to sustain the land of the dead. In capital letters, the land of the dead. Thus, the Ushabti was invoked with the sort of formula. And in quotes, it reads, "If I am to spread dung over all the fields of the underworld, this task would be taken over by my Shakti, and no one would hamper him in doing it," unquote. The Shakti invoked in this way would answer, in quotes, "Whenever you may need me, call on me, and I will be at your service," unquote. And then it continues, obviously, the Shakti is the weakest of the 4 court cards. In an amulet, all he can do is execute what has been decided. You must not expect power and help from him. If this card appears reversed, the figure becomes negative. In this case, it can considerably reduce the strength of the amulet and even arouse an opposing force capable of canceling the promises of the major arcana. Okay, so you see how the Egyptians, they believed everything was a balance of dark and light, you know, the demons and the gods. That's how they worked all this stuff. But these are some images of some Ushabtis here that I had cut out a while ago. And it says here, it's like a prayer to them here. "Oh, Ushabti, if I am called upon, if I am appointed to do any work which is done on the necropolis, even as the man is bounden, namely to cultivate the fields, to flood the river banks, or to carry the sand of east to the west, then speak thou," in quotes, "here am I." Okay, so these are obviously different, and these were more pronounced, you know, these were very well done, and these are done in a different kind of stones too. So my little guy is just a little one, but I do want to share with you something that, these were some stars I noticed back in the day on a ceiling that they had, and then I wrote here, "The cat remains the supreme predator." Don't know where that came from, people, but let's remember, the cat remains the supreme predator. And these are some how the Egyptians would draw their star formations. Okay, so we'll set this here, and we will be reading from the Tarot of Transition. And you know what? I don't even know. It says here, distributed by CARTA MUNDI from Belgium. So I guess it's a company, like, there's no really authorship. And of course, Alana Fairchild and the Isis Oracle. And to open up the reading here, I will read this that I wrote, and I'm sorry I didn't write down the date or where I got it from, but it reads, "He who is enlightened, Osiris, thus writing, to see the true light. O Ushabti, worship Ushabti figurines, tend to the fields, to flood river banks, and transport the sand from east to west, and vice versa. Behold, I am here when you call." And then I wrote here hieroglyph translation. So again, I was looking at something, but I didn't follow up with how I do it nowadays. Okay? All right, and so I'm going to stick the 4 court cards here back into this major arcana group of 22 cards, and I will add that I did leave a wild card in here, so we'll, you know, figure that out once we get to it, and I'll pick 8 of these cards in the stack, and we'll finish with one from the goddess Isis. Oh, and I did have some ancient Egyptian goddesses here that we just want to give some love to. Hathor, love, means Isis is healing, Mat is truth, Bastet is joy, Meath is war, Sati, fertility, Mut, motherhood, Serquet, guardian, Nephthys, darkness, Sekhmet, protection, Haranut, harvest, and Seshat, writing. Okay, and some of these goddesses, honestly, I would have to look them up myself. Okay, and let us just get grounded and select these cards. Start your deep breathing, align your body, your spine. Remember, abdomen, your abdominal wall supports that lower back. Keep that belly taut and tight. Deep breathe slowly. Exhale slowly. Okay. And the last card from the goddess Isis Oracle, the Lady of the Beasts, the goddess and her sacred animal and wisdom. We consult thee today. Okay, and we'll just pick up the cards and then we'll take it from there. Oh my Lord, here we go. We start with the first card, transformation, okay? And this is the tarot of transition, and this is what this is all about for these, the Egyptians, was how do I, go to the next life? They believed in reincarnation, and this is what it's all about. So this is how they're starting the reading. So we cannot deny, cannot. Okay. Oh my Lord, Aten is here. The sun god himself has appeared. I'm so pleased. And Aten was when Akhenaten ruled with his queen Nefertiti. That's Nefertiti and Akhenaten. And he wanted to, believed in Ra, and this is when he wanted to believe in one sun, solar god. But here it is. That's the image for the sun, the power, almighty. And that's what, again, the Egyptians, the sun star. We come from the stars, my friends. Okay, and we have the Hierophant here, the teacher. Yes, very good. And again, alrighty, Yumte, I gotta add, I'm not familiar, but we will read. But wonderful. We have, in the traditional tarot they call it the Pope, but we have with the Egyptians, they're priests there. Okay, they're governmental priests. Oh, and we have Temperance here now. Oh, how beautiful. And we know that's the card of patience and Mut. Oh, I hope I'm pronouncing correctly, but some people say tomato and we say tomato tay. Okay. But these cards, and of course they're all major arcana, but I'm still loving every single one. Oh, and then look what comes after the Temperance card is the Star card of Nut. Oh, and this image here, I just love this. And supposedly these are images, found in the temples there, okay, in the pyramids. Beautiful, wonderful. Okay, and we'll keep on going here. Oh, and we have a Ushabti, and this is the Knave of the Wands, okay, or fire, spirit. So we have this one looks on the feminine side. So very good. The Shakti of the dead, it looks like D-E-D is pronounced. D-E-D it's spelled. I'm not pronouncing it correctly. And we have the final traditional card number 21, the Universe. I know this is a beautiful, favorable card. Very much. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, and here we have, they're calling it the Strength card, but it's number 11. So you can flip that with Justice or Strength, but here we are. We are here to gain this wisdom, okay? We are here to have the strength to receive our own justice, to learn from the the magical world, okay? The Egyptians were about, they lived here on the earth, people. They lived here. And the divine destiny here, we have the Lady Isis, path of the divine warrior. Beautiful. Well, I'm going to sit down. I've never received this card, and I didn't even know there was a divine warrior in this deck. But path of the divine warrior. Wonderful. I'm just feeling the energy here. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay, divine destiny. And here she is in her magnificence. The spiritual work of the higher initiate. The divine warrior guides you to your divine destiny. The divine warrior energy exists within men and women as the inner propulsion to continue with a worthy path, even during times of difficulty. When faced with a challenge, a true warrior will summon more of him or herself to the cause. It might be more wisdom, focus, intelligence, and surrender into the divine. The warrior within has great inner resourcefulness and determination. This part of you will lead you to spiritual success. Wonderful. She's got her falcon there. Let me see if you can see that. See, she's got her falcon. She's holding her falcon up. Bird of wisdom for her. And look at that sphere she has in her hand, full of light. Very good. And we have the solar sun here. Wonderful. And I think I'll read her incantation at the end. That's what I'll do. Okay. And we're going to just go into these so we can understand how these Egyptians were thinking. And again, that's where we're going to, my friends. We're going into that next dimension where they existed. So we need to learn from these ancient civilizations. Okay. Alrighty here. Okay. And here we are. This is the first card opening. According to the Egyptian Book of the Dead, the deceased is alone at the time of the weighing. The Ka, or personality, and the soul, represented by the winged creature, have left him and await the moment of the deceased's return, provided judgment on him is favorable. At this point, the deceased can do no more for himself. He has collected as many helpful forces as possible and now must await judgment. The same applies to you. This A here, this symbol, the A with the little mark over, little circle dot, means I, in quotes, means I. In the consultation, you have asked your question. Now you can do nothing but wait and hope that all the forces you have invoked will be able to bring about a favorable response. The I card is the card that signifies yourself, the questioner. You are the protagonist, while your antagonist is Thoth, the god Thoth, who sits in judgment over you and your question. The Thoth card, which is number 8, which he's called Justice in this deck, and this card have no meaning in themselves. They are nothing but catalysts around which various forces assemble to determine the answer to your consultation. The closer card appears to the Ak card, the stronger its influence on it. Okay, well, let's see. We have the sun right next to it, so I think it's all favorable. Via. Okay, people, see, you get what you give. It's called karma, so you better just keep living it as fair and as just as you can, because they come for you. Okay. And the sun card, Aten. Aten is the third god of the stellar trinity and also the supreme god. The dead person who has been found just by his judges may return to the light to accompany Aten or Ra on his daily course. Aten has a very great power of attraction because he signifies self-realization. The Aten card is favorable in capital letters, favorable. It signifies gold, prospects of success or of a happy ending, striving for high ideals, mastery, accomplishment, victory of life over death, in desiring all that is best and greatest. You have good chances. You have good chances of attaining your goals. There we go, my friends. We already know about that sun card, right? We just had that the solstice there, that summer solstice, midsummer, and that was delicious. Nice reading came through. It's all about love. We're just a touch away from love, my friends. That's what they keep telling me too. You know, this tarot of transition definitely is from darkness into the light, but the light equals love, okay? And it's just a touch away. So here we are with the number 5 card. Oops, I'm on number 6. Okay, and Yonkem, the Hierophant, announces to the gods that a human is about to penetrate their kingdom in order to be judged and appeals to them for clemency. The Yumpteth card is favorable. It signifies someone who will guide you into the hall of judgment or introduce you. Help from others that will be useful. An influential man with whom it is best for you to be on good terms. Okay, you see, there you go. You've got that it's a little bit more on the judging side, but you know, they'll help you pass towards the light. That's what it's about. Okay, now we have the beautiful Temperance card. I always love when the Temperance card comes out. Such gentle, beautiful energy. Okay, Mut. This goddess is connected with the Egyptian fig tree and the sycamore, symbols of safety because of the protection offered by their branches to the souls of the dead. Let Mut, from the branches of the sycamore, sprinkle you with her beneficent ablutions, and they will comfort you. The Mut card is favorable. It signifies spirituality, relief, spiritual or material support in a difficult moment, temporary protection or shelter which is followed, however, by a sense of well-being, which can only be temporary. The appearance will be positive for you. Wonderful. Beautiful. Oh my God. We just got to have patience, my friends. That's all about that patience, too. Okay, and then we go to the Star card. Is this not just awesome blossom? Beautiful. Okay, and now we go from Mut to Nut. Another force now arrives to join the judges. It is Nut, the starry goddess. Every evening she swallows the sun, and every morning she spits it out again. Nut permits you to be reborn if she favors you. The Nut card is favorable. It signifies rebirth, destabilization, renewal, a difficult phase of life, and the initiative that is not devoid of risk. It is possible that you may stumble in your efforts, but you cannot remain as you are. You must continue trying, and you cannot retreat. Well, there we go, my friends. Very good. And I have to say, I think those stars are the ones on her body that resemble these guys. I think so. You know what? Now that I'm kind of looking at it there a little, now that I brought this paper out, I'm putting this, might be. Okay, all righty. And the Ushabti of the dead. What? Okay, all righty. We're going to keep moving here, people, because these are powerful energies. Like I said, I don't even try to work with him until, you know, you're ready to accept what they're going to say. But, you know, we're working with Lady Isis, so we're going to have to keep on, you know, following, you know, or at least understanding and embracing what they have been trying to share for thousands of years. Okay, all right, now this is the court card. Okay, and for the DED here, this is a wand card. And let's see, the DED or dead is the spine of Osiris. He stiffens your spine and reinforces your efforts and strivings, but solely on a material plane. Osiris's power actually resides in you and comes from you. Whoa, that's pretty deep, my friends. I'm going to read that one more time. Osiris's power actually resides in you and comes from you. Okay, definitely. And to read what that, let me see here. Okay, and this Ushabti of the dead or the deed, when you call upon me to put my power at your service, I shall do it for you. Woohoo! Well, I'm going to put this little Ushabti by my little one right here. Yes, page of wands, page of spirit. I am grateful. I am grateful. Okay, and then what's the next? Here we have the World Universe card, the last one. Oh, you know this is going to be a good card to have on the table. Geb is the counterpart of Amit, and Amit is the devil card, okay? So, and if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, but G-E-B, Geb, is the counterpart of Amit, and Amit is the trump card 15, the ego devil card. Okay, this card signifies deliverance. The blessed go into Geb as the seeds go into the earth to germinate and finally to flourish gloriously. The powers that work together for a happy solution congregate around Geb. The Geb card is favorable and all in capital letters. It signifies the earth, fruits, the germination of the seed, change for the better, work rewarded. The fruit of the earth shall be yours, and you shall reap what you have sown. There we go, my friends. We were just bringing up the card where you get what you give. Okay, and we're going to finish with this number 11 card, which they're calling it the strength, as we've shared in some tarot decks. They do that. So this is the one that we're going to work with for the number 11 strength card. Upon death, a mortal's mouth is closed by those who enter him or her. To be heard before the tribunal of the gods, the mortal's mouth must first be reopened. Ptah, or this word here, P-T-A-H, Ptah, the opener, in quotes, the opener is invoked to open the mouth with the aid of a celestial tool. The Ptah card is favorable. It signifies emotional life, the masculine principle, strength, reliability, a companion who stands beside you, unconditional support. The disappearance of the supportive figure could have extremely disagreeable consequences. Well, we don't want to let go of this one. Okay, well, very nice, favorable cards here. And to close with Our Lady here, with the divine destiny that she has favored with us today. And the incantation will be, this incantation helps you merge with your inner warrior and find the strength that you need to fight your good fight for your highest divine destiny! Exclamation point in capital letters. You can say this standing up. Let's do it. You can say this standing up. Feet strong on the ground, belly in firm, and arms wide. Enjoy your strength! Exclamation point. We were just saying, remember, belly's firm, because that's what supports that lower back and that spine, and we need that spine sometimes. Okay, and the written words are, warrior strong within my heart you beat. My highest destiny I shall meet. Your power, focus, and determination ends fear, doubt, and procrastination. Warrior strong within my heart you beat. Together my highest destiny we greet. Fabulous. Path of the Divine Warrior. We are coming. Coming for you. The beasts just hear us. We're roaring for it. Okay, many blessings to everyone who's watched today. Thank you for the goddess and the Egyptian pantheon. And I brought up my lovely vase of, the vessel. We're all the vessel. Okay, we got another one talking about that. That Holy Grail. Take care, my friends. Ciao.